Hello everyone. It's finally time we took a look at the last class. No fancy skit opening, just you and me. Last August, I watched Edgerunners through to completion. That was my introduction to Cyberpunk, and I have my best friend to thank for that. Not too long after, as I think about it now, it was roughly this time of year my brother picked me up the core rules, the data pack, and the GM screen from Gen Con. Then, here in 2 months, it'll be the anniversary of the first video in this series. In 2 months, I absorbed as much content from Cyberpunk Red as humanly possible. Almost a full year later, and I've scripted out 2 lore videos, and I'm finishing off the first leg of an entire series. So to both my brother and my best friend, thank you. Genuinely, thank you both. I can't even begin to relay how much I appreciate you both for introducing me to this genre and this tabletop. It's been honestly one of my favorite. It is my favorite. It's my favorite world to dive into, and again, I appreciate you both so much. But alright, I think I'm done being sappy about it, so let's go ahead and put a nightcap on the first leg of this series and look at the Nomad class. Let me tell you, I hope you like charts because there's a lot of them. And also, let's keep in mind that while I said we were putting a nightcap on this series, this particular class will require I release a supplemental video specifically for vehicle combat, which will make sense pretty much as soon as I read the quote. The difference between most people and Nomads is that Nomads have better cars. The Nomad's roll ability is Moto. See, kinda screams vehicle combat. When checking this class out, I felt like I was reading a short description of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome with some of the vehicle upgrades. Anyway, being part of a Nomad family means spending your life in the driver's seat and under the hood, improving your driving abilities and vehicle knowledge enough to get by on familiarity alone or with training to pull off impressive feats with ease. A Nomad adds their moto rank to any drive land vehicle, pilot air vehicle, pilot sea vehicle, air vehicle tech, land vehicle tech, or sea vehicle tech skill check that they make. What a mouthful. When creating this character, I'd keep rally cars and demolition derby in mind, maybe crossed with Baby Driver, you know, that Getaway Driver movie. Whenever a Nomad increases their roll ability rank, they have the option of either adding a stock vehicle with minimum specs of their moto rank or lower to the pool of vehicles they have permission to use from the family motor pool, or upgrading one of the Nomad's already permitted family vehicles with a single upgrade of their motor rank or lower. So you can either get a new car or slap upgrades from the one of the applicable charts onto a vehicle you're already allowed to use. I may also state this is a gearhead's dream. If you know a nerdy mechanic, their expertise would be invaluable for role-playing this class. Now, we have a bit of a paragraph to read and break down now, which, comparatively speaking to what I just got done writing, it's small. A Nomad can only have one of their family vehicles out at a time. A Nomad can call one of their family to get their current family vehicle swapped out with another one of their loaned family vehicles, and assuming that their family is close by, the vehicle can be swapped out with the following morning. If destroyed, the family will fully repair any vehicle for the Nomad, but it will take a week's time. The Nomad will also be expected to pay €500 for the service. Even family heads pay this because it's a way of saving face for damaging family property. It might be waived if you are broke, but your reputation would suffer. Daily repairs like bullet removal are the Nomad's responsibility. Upon attaining 10th rank in their role ability, a Nomad is promoted to a leadership position in their family, with all the responsibility that entails. While leading by example, such a Nomad can have all their family vehicles out at a time. Any future family vehicles they wish to purchase are bought at market price, and any future upgrades they desire can be bought at €1,000 apiece. So breaking it down simply, You can only have one vehicle out at a time, and if you need to swap, you can call up a family member to swap it out. If one's close by, you'll have it in the morning. If not, I'd suggest role-playing and rolling a d6 for the amount of days it'll take for the swap to take place. Next, if you just so happen to total your vehicle, your family will have the vehicle repaired in a week. But you have to pay up, 500 eddies to be exact. This is a penalty for damaging family property. Now, you might not have to pay, but the rest of the family will know, and your reputation might suffer. You might want to hold on to roughly 500 eddies just to be on the safe side. Finally, at 10th rank, you attain leadership in your family. You can now have any and all cars out that your family is in possession of, and any family cars are now market price, and any upgrades you look to buy are a flat 1,000 euro dollars a piece. That last part will make sense here in a minute, as we're going to look at a bunch of upgrade charts. Now there's a short paragraph over top of our upgrade chart that'll make the above statement make a whole lot of sense. Unless stated otherwise, an option can only be taken once per vehicle. These upgrades are also rarely sold on the open market, at very expensive for those attainable at Moto Rank 1, and at luxury for those not attainable at Rank 1. Now to help us out with the pricing, I've included the chart on screen. Very expensive items are 1,000 euro dollars, and luxury items are 5,000 euro dollars. And with these items not really being sold on open markets, you'll likely have to find a fixer to go ahead and source these upgrades for you, resulting in whatever fee the fixer charges on top of the going rate of the item. As a player, you should also take your reputation into account, because there's a chance you could pay double for a very expensive upgrade, or an extra 1,000 on top of a luxury item. It all depends on your GM. Another suggestion: as we're going through the charts and you're building your character, keep in mind what kind of nomad jobs you're going to take, and what kind of vehicle you're going to drive around to run these jobs. Are you going to be a smuggler, or are you going to be the wheelman for a solo? Are you going to roam the open roads, taking booster gangers out and stealing their goods? These are necessary questions going forward. Now let's take a look at a few of these charts. Keep in mind, I'll be reading these direct from the book and explaining in real time, so bear with me. Starting on page 163. There are 8 different charts that you can take a look at. Some upgrades will work for some things, others will not. The biggest chart right now is the vehicle upgrades for everything. Then, and not in order of size, there's Aerozeps, AV4s, cabin cruisers, ground yachts, or ground cars and yachts, then bikes, ground cars, land and sea vehicles except bikes and jet skis, land and sea vehicles, all land vehicles, and all vehicles except bikes, jet skis, and gyrocopters. Specifically, I would like to take a look at the all vehicles section, as that can provide us with some of the more complicated upgrades, as well as prime examples on rank disparity and purchase price. Like I said, please bear with me, I'm pretty much winging it right now. So at the very bottom of the chart, second from the bottom in fact, you're going to see security upgrade. That is a rank 5. I bet you guys were expecting me to go ahead and just look at the armored chassis and get it over with. Nah, we're going to pick the biggest paragraph here. The security upgrade is rank 5, which means it's roughly going to cost you 5,000 euro dollars because it's luxury pricing. As for what it does, it replaces all the locks on the vehicle with DNA locks, which can be set up to accept a thumbprint, iris scan, blood sample, or any other desired biometric method. Such a lock cannot be unlocked without either its biometric key or a DV17 electronic security tech check. A person who presents an inaccurate biometric key or fails a check to open one of the locks without the correct biometric key is struck as if they had been hit in the body by a stun baton, or if they are within 2 meters or yards of the vehicle. Additionally, the security upgrade adds a cloaking feature to the vehicle, allowing it to hide itself from all but a DV17 perception check, assuming it remains still. The system takes a minute to engage and operates by taking a video of the vehicle's surroundings and projecting it on the surface of the vehicle in real time, aided in part by nanomachines which cover hard-to-reach areas. Personally, I think that's worth the €5,000 to add to your vehicle. You know, just for the added bonus that anybody trying to break into your car has the high chance of getting hit by the equivalent of a police nightstick with a built-in taser. Alright, directly above it, because this looks really fun. Seating upgrade. Adds 2 seats to the vehicle. If desired, these extra seats can come in a sidecar, which can be fully enclosed with the same glass as the rest of the vehicle, with side windows optional. Additionally, any seats in a vehicle with this upgrade can be rigged as ejector seats, firing the contents of the seat 10 meters or 10 yards into the air above the vehicle through a trapdoor mechanism in the ceiling of the vehicle if needed. An ejected passenger struck by a helicopter blade during such an ejection takes damage as if they had been struck by a very heavy melee weapon. Typically, these ejection seats are rigged with parachutes, but these could always be removed. This upgrade can be taken multiple times for all vehicles except bikes, jet skis, and gyrocopters. So if it is your dream to put an ejector seat on a helicopter and have that ejector seat shoot straight up, more power to you. God, I fucking love it. Oh yeah, by the way, that's gonna cost €1,000 plus any sort of fixer fee. Same with the 5,000, there's going to be a fixer fee. I went over and pivoted to the all ground cars chart because it's only like one item, and it's again rank 1, so it'll cost you €1,000 plus finder's fee to take care of. It's called the deployable spike strip. Can be deployed by the driver as an action. When deployed, any closely trailing vehicles with tires must make a DV-17 drive land vehicle check. Should they fail the check, their vehicle receives 4d6 damage to its weak point. Damage that gets through any vehicle's SP is multiplied by 2. Replacement spike strips are €10, cheap. Multiple upgrades must increase the amount of spike strips that can be deployed before the mechanism needs to be reloaded, which can't happen while the vehicle is moving. So if you're getting, chased down by the cops in Night City and you deploy one of these, it could be an easy getaway. Same with any sort of, booster gangers trying to take you out. At any rate, I do want to reiterate, after reading some of these charts, that just because it's on the chart does not mean you can buy it as of now. Let's say that, for example, you were looking at the security upgrade, which is a rank 5, but you're only a rank 4. You can't get that upgrade. You have to wait to rank up your moto skill to rank 5 to be able to grab that upgrade. It was in the bullet points I mentioned earlier. It states, again, or upgrading one of the Nomad's already permitted family of vehicles with a single upgrade of their moto rank or lower. So let's say, again, that you are a rank 4 and you see that rank 5 security chassis, you can't have it. But you can have any of the rank 1 things on that list. Money permitted, of course. I don't know why I wanted to drill that home twice, but as I was reading the charts, I felt like I was coming off like you could actually get these upgrades without, paying attention to your rank, and that's completely not true. Again, I know I stated it earlier, but I just wanted to reiterate. Like the strict land vehicles chart, you wouldn't even be able to look at this chart. It says all land vehicles, by the way, but you wouldn't be able to look at this chart until at least rank 5, and it's got the hover upgrade, which gives you a series of powerful fans at the base of the vehicle that allows it to travel across the surface of water at the speed of a cabin cruiser, or the AV4 engine upgrade, which allows for flight. And that last one is only attainable at rank 7. So as you're looking at these charts, it does kind of get the gears turning for, what you can actually do with these vehicles, but you're going to be sitting there salivating until you attain these ranks. I do think we've covered what we can cover pertaining directly to the Nomad class. Like I said, eventually I'll have a video up on vehicle combat after this one, but I can't promise that it'll be out anytime soon. I have 2 lore videos that I've just finished and need recorded, as well as I plan on teaching you guys all how to create a character sheet. But man, let me tell you, I never thought I'd actually complete this first playlist. I won't lie. I'm really proud of myself right now. To be honest with you, I was going to put YouTube down again, but I'm really glad I stuck it out. And again, to Mr. Best Friend and Mr. Brother, I really can't thank either of you enough for introducing me to Cyberpunk. It's the most fun I've had with a piece of media in a long time. This even tops Megami Tensei for me, and that's really saying something, because Megami Tensei was my favorite video game series, well, to date, at least up until Cyberpunk. At any rate, before I go too mushy, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or it helped you out at all, please consider giving me both your like and your subscription. And maybe share it around to somebody who might be having some trouble in Cyberpunk themselves. It would really help me out greatly. For now, I need to go finish all of my projects. I love you all, and I'll see you later on.